Hi, I'm Craig with the Everyday Makers. Router bits. I'm starting to build a collection. Everybody makes their little block with the holes in it. It seems great, and then you get more and you get more. And I've got extras that just aren't going to fit, so I need to make something a little better. And I really don't want to mess with this anymore. I'm kind of over it. Ones are different sizes, everything. So, got to build a better block. This one actually is not my idea. I'm just kind of going to refine it just a little bit. This comes from Keith's Test Garage. I'll link them somewhere here. He came up with an idea to make a router bit holder on a table saw. It's genius. It's very smart. The only thing that I'm doing that different is he did his with Baltic birch plywood. I'm using a big 1-inch thick block of HDPE, high density polyethylene, hard plastic. Let's do it. Okay, so the reason I'm using the HDPE, A, because I like it, it's cool, but B, it doesn't change size at all, it doesn't change with the weather, it's not humidity relative. Well, the best part about it also is the fact that when you hold your bits in a block, I don't care how nice the block is, this is full of humidity and water. These bits are made of steel. Water and steel don't mix real well. So after they sit in here a while, the ones you don't use super often get little tiny pieces of surface rust on them. Just kind of not great for the bits. Not great for them to sit for quite some time just in water. So we're going to avoid that. HDPE. This stuff's super cool. It's not crazy expensive. You can buy, like this block came from eBay. You can buy just blocks. And a lot of places also, if you talk to them, will do cutoffs, which is awesome because they'll cut you really generally a pretty solid deal on them. If you don't need any specific size, but you just want a block to mess with, that can be a good way to go. I've made pencil holders out of it. I've made all kinds of little utility items. I made a drill bit holder that I posted on our Instagram a little while back. Join our Instagram, by the way. It's really pretty great stuff. It cuts really well, drills really well, it holds its shape, it's solid as a rock. Good stuff. So, the way that it's done is it uses a crossing pattern. The cool part about it is he figured out, Keith of Keith's Test Garage, I do believe, figured out that if you make your crosses slightly smaller than, in this case, a 1/4 inch shaft, make them slightly smaller than that, they won't fit in the lines, but they'll fit at the junction of the lines, because the junction of the lines is slightly bigger. They fit actually really well. It's a little bit of fine tuning and just a little bit of fiddling with it, but it actually works extremely well. I'm guessing you metric folks out there probably have drill bits that would work, or table saws and stuff that would work a little bit better for this, because it's just slightly under, one direction 3/16 and one direction is slightly over 7/8, I think, 7/16. So basically it's just a little nudge over one way or the other. You got to fine tune it just a little bit. Really not hard. Once you got it figured out, it goes super quick. You can batch out a big board quick. We're going to do that here. So I've got my table saw set up. Blade height, about a 1/4 inch below. So I've got a 1-inch block here. It's probably 3/4 inch depth on the blade right now. It'll cut most of the way through. HDPE also is very structurally solid stuff. So I can cut, leave a 1/4 inch gap on there. I don't have to worry about it flaking off. The Keith that invented this, or at least figured it out as best I can tell, by using Baltic birch plywood, he was dealing with stacked up 3 sheets of it, 3 1/2 inch sheets. And where it worked out for him was if he wanted to change and make like a little slot to set a screwdriver or something, he could just thumb off the pieces. The problem with that is you can thumb off the pieces. So I don't want something that's going to be not long lasting and structural. Like if you hit it wrong or pick it up wrong, it could break off the pieces. This is solid as a rock. And one thing I'm also going to do that kind of he's doing too, he put his to go into a rack. I'm going to build this with the thought of it eventually probably being in a rack. And I'm going to start about 1 inch in, so just in case at any point in time I decide, I can go have a 1/2 inch rabbet or whatever, make it a nice little slide-in drawer pretty easily. So I'm just going to start a little bit further in than I normally would and not use the entire real estate of it, but just give myself a little bit of leeway there, maybe 1.25 inches or something like that. Just give myself a little bit of room for options later down the road. And I don't have a million router bits, so it's not a problem. And I can always build another one. More excuses to do stuff. Okay, so we're going to get this started. Like I said, of my 1 inch depth, I'm probably 3/4 up right now. This is just under 12 inches square. Should yield me out quite a few slots. It's real easy. So let's do it. Okay, I've got a whole lot of potential router bit slots now. Just grab a couple, find out how they fit. Beauty. Big router bit, where'd you go? There you are. Perfect. Grand total time. I mean, we're talking start to finish on this. I've got 20 minutes into it. That's not bad. That's a whole lot of bit storage. We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. That's 180 1/4 inch bits in theory I could store. And keep in mind that's if all of them match up just perfectly and don't have any overhang or anything. But that's 180 slots. That's a lot of 1/4 inch bits. 1/2 inch bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 18 times 1, 2, 3, 4. 18 times 4, we're looking what? 74? Sound right? I don't know. A lot of bits. Basically, and like I said, at the 1/2 inch bits, a lot of them are gonna have some overhang, so that's not saying everyone. 1/4 inch bits, some are gonna have some overhang, not saying everyone's gonna fit. But that is a lot of bit storage for 20 minutes worth of effort. That turned out really well. I couldn't be a whole lot happier with it. The one thing that stinks about this that I come to find, getting any sort of a round over bit in there is about impossible. Chamfer bit, anything like that. I'm guessing if you're doing this with a router table, you could probably make that happen, but just doing it freehand, you're going to do bad things to it. Overall, though, I'm super, super happy with this whole project. I've had this piece for 6 months probably, waiting to make this video, and it's been killing me. Because you see, 20 minutes worth of effort, done. But now I've got it. I'm happy. I can share it with you guys. Like I said, thanks to Keith's Test Garage. He's the one that thought of this, and he's a genius. That's super cool. Go watch his videos, go subscribe to his channel, comes up with good stuff. Overall, though, I'm super stoked. My growing collection of router bits now actually has someplace proper to live, and it's great. Best part, too, because of the sizing of everything, things like wrenches and stuff just fit in there, so you've got storage for things you need. If you have super, super wide ones or whatever, you can do that. Or like here, I got a little bit of extra slot that I might do something with. I could even make that a wider slot for something else. I'm just stoked. Okay, if you liked this, liked anything we do, don't forget, like, subscribe. Both those are huge to us. Likes help us get seen by more and more people. Subscribes hopefully keep it coming back and get us seen by even more people. So don't forget, we got lots of videos coming out, so like and subscribe. We love you. Appreciate you. Thanks.